2, 1. You're too wild.
Bear with me 1 second, Israel. Shalom, Israel. How about you? How about you? I'm preaching officer 5,000 in Diet, holding down. It's the Thursday night history class. You don't understand something. As Black Latinos and First Nation men and women, we got to come back into this truth. We got to come back, you know what I mean, to our identity, who we truly are. As Black men and women, Latino men and women, First Nation men and women, we are the true Jews of antiquity. We are the Israelites, according to God. And this is why our identity is important. Because they tell us today, boys, we African American. How can we be descendants of Leo Cyprius Africanus or Amerigo Vespucci? That's two white men. Leo Cyprius Africanus was a Roman conqueror. Amerigo Vespucci was an Italian explorer. There are two oppressors. How can we be so-called West Indian? How can we be Native American Indian or Seminole Indian or Puerto Rican or Cuban or Guatemalan or Mexican? You know what I mean? Or Argentinian or Colombian or Brazilian. We are the true Jews of antiquity. And guess what? The Bible says so. The Bible says that the Jews are black. That our King Yahweh Shai Mashiach, who the world ignorantly knows that Jesus Christ is a black man. Our God Yahweh is a black man in spirit. We got to come back to that. A few things I want to go over tonight, man. A few things. Firstly, you know what I mean? If y'all have any questions, type your questions. I'll be answering all of your questions. First, if I could, let me get the book of Leviticus, right? Chapter 20 and verse 26. One of the worst things that we could have ever done in this society was integrate with the oppressor, who is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And the important thing we understand, right, that our God wants us to be separate. The oppressor has done a really good job in infiltrating the minds of our people and making us believe that he is God, that he's in control, that his way is the straight way, and it's not. He's the devil that the Bible speaks of. I want to show you that separation is key and that it's actually in the Bible. I could go on Leviticus chapter 20, verse 26.
That's the book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 26. And ye shall be holy unto me.
Our God said, ye shall be holy unto me. Holy meaning separate. Holy meaning set apart. That's what it means. Right. Holy is not your pastor or your imam with the white robe and gown on. That's not what it means to be holy. Holy is to be separate, set apart. And God is telling the children of Israel, and ye shall be separate unto me. For I, the Lord, am holy. When it says, ye shall be holy unto me, read on.
And have severed you, Salakia, for I, the Lord, am holy.
For I, the Lord, am holy. Meaning the Most High is set. The Most High is set apart. Listen, man, a lot of our people don't understand that. I see you in this month right now. I see you. You know how many brothers I see bars all masquerading like Arabs? You look foolish. I don't think you understand how foolish you look, masquerading as an Arab. You do look foolish. You look stupid. When, guess what? The Most High God of Israel is only the God of Black, Latinos, and Native American Indians.
Right.
Because you look foolish trying to worship the God of the Arabs. The God of this Bible is not the God of the Arabs. Our God said, Shema Yasha Allah Yahweh Eloheinu Yahweh Echad. And our God is one God. And he's only the God of niggas, man. gotta be Israelites. You're not supposed to be in Christianity. You ain't supposed to be in Islam, black man, Latino man. Because the Lord is holy. The Most High is separate. Read.
Come on. And I have severed you. And I have severed you. And I have severed you from other people.
Our God severed us from other people. Our God severed us from other people. Severed us from the heathen, from the Africans, from the Asians, from the Arabs, from the oppressor. Like, how people get caught up in that philosophy too. How do you think you're wearing a dress? It pains, as far as all, I hate to see our brothers out there rocking them dresses. What do I mean rocking them dresses? You rocking the dresses, the sandals, you know what I mean, in the shade, you got red color in your beard, talking about salami, eggs, and bacon. Brother, it does not make you holy. It doesn't give you some high sense of knowledge because you follow after the Arabs. When the Arabs used to follow after us. Even if you're in the so-called Nation of Islam, that's garbage too, man. It's garbage. You're wearing a suit and a bow tie, selling bean pies, worshiping a white God, worshiping Fard Muhammad, who was an oppressor, who was the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. You look foolish being in any type of form of Islam. You look foolish being in Christianity. How many of you brothers, man, get up with your woman and go up to church on Sunday? You know what goes down in church water. They get swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Come on, Daddy, I see the wood. Like, we been knew there was deviance inside that church. We been knew there was deviance inside of that Muslim house. Here we go. Here we go. Now you caught up in the worst way possible. And how are you caught up in the worst way possible? You're in Christianity. You are in Islam. This ain't it, black man. That ain't it, Latino man, First Nation man. Let me tell you what is it. What is it? Is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under commanding General Yohanan. This is what it is. This is where the Lord is. He ain't with everybody, he ain't in everything. And sure, when the Lord occurs. Understand that. He said, and have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine, because we belong to the Most High. Can you give me Matthew chapter 6 and verse 24? Let me tell you something. The problem is you think you can worship the God of the Bible and be worshiping Allah. You think you can be a Buddhist. You think you can be the new thing in spiritual. Like, that's what I don't understand at Latinos. I gotta help me out. Brother, I've met so many brothers and sisters now talking about how they are, I'm spiritual, brother. I'm in tune with the universe. Man, one brother boys, he's wearing rocks around his damn neck. Talking about, man, I used to be an Israelite dying. I was all in it, man. We are the real Jews, but we gotta be in tune with the universe, brother. You gotta be in tune with the cosmos. Brother, I was like, go ahead, brother.
You said 24.
Yeah, Matthew chapter 6 and verse 24. I had to ask him, brother. I said, brother, one question. I said, do you get high? He said, well, I don't know what that has to do with it. I love it, brother, man. It's like, goddamn, like, he was like, I don't know what that got to do. I said, that had to do with everything. I said, do you get high? He was like, yeah. I'm like, stop it. That's the problem. That's the problem. And then he went on soliloquy, he talked about, it's from the earth. The earth made this. It's medicinal. And I'd be like, brother, do you smoke crack? Oh, no, brother, that's unlawful. Crack, cocaine comes from a plant too. He's like, huh? Yeah, heroin comes from a plant. Fentanyl, all that comes from plants. Come on now. Come on. And even when you look at it, you're not using it for its medicinal purposes. You wasn't supposed to smoke it. And you for damn sure wasn't supposed to turn it into gummy bears and brownies. Wasn't meant for that. Wasn't meant for it. But what do? Oh, I just love that I got to touch on. You become chunkies. junkies, man, because you want to get high. Not realizing that that now has become your God. You don't realize that any brother or sister, when you say I'm spiritual, you really worship God. That plant dictates your entire life. I would bet my rank that you could not stop smoking for a day. I'm sorry. 6 hours. An hour. Stop smoking for 20 minutes. Stop. Just stop. 10 minutes. Just stop. You said that joke. Go ahead, boy.
That's right, sir. Even if not mention it for 20 minutes. Not even just to mention smoking for 20 minutes.
My goodness. Like you become so dependent on it. Not realizing that that's a demon. That's a demon on you that wants you to get high, that wants you to be inebriated. You're worshiping another God. You are. Same thing with that Islam. I see y'all out there. I see you out there. Ramadan. Oh my goodness, bro. I be seeing them acting slavery, looking just as pitiful as can be. I be like, Khalil, you good, brother? Inshallah, you got it. If we the will of God, brother, we gonna get through it. I be like, we. Brother, I'm about to go get a big BLT. You want something? You good? Go ahead, brother.
It's like, sir, if I could, and maybe it's just to my notice, but like this season, right? It's probably been the most. Like I feel like, okay, we in Philadelphia, and Muslim population is vast here. I've never seen until this time, till the season, like it seemed like the Ramadan thing is an internet, like
it is
like a trend now. Saying this Ramadan, this Ramadan, this Ramadan. It's like a trend. It's not even nothing, nothing special at all. It's like,
Margot, what if I told you I was in Popeye earlier while the sun was up? There was a few Muslims in there.
I believe it.
It's a trend, like you said.
I mean, a lot of these Muslims, they so Ramadan, they so Muslim. But I mean, as soon as Ramadan over with, they back to smoking, they back to killing each other, they back to doing all this crazy. They want to stand on nothing that they could be standing on in the first place.
Listen, brother, as soon as the sun go down, they back to selling drugs.
Right.
As soon as the sun goes down, they back at it again. Some of them break their fast with smoking. It's a rough situation. Islam was never for our people to begin with. Same thing with Christianity. And Christ is about to elaborate on that. Got the scripture I asked for? Can you read it nice and loud for me? Matthew 6 and 24.
Book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 24. No man can serve two masters.
Our king said, no man can serve two masters. Meaning this. How can you say that the brother that I'm talking to, man, Trump, he's a good brother. He's a young brother, he coming along. But how can you say, yeah, I'm down with the Israelites. I know I'm an Israelite. I'm in tune with the universe, brother. You can't serve two masters. You can't do that. It ain't just him. I know a lot of brothers, man. Brothers, I got love for bars, dog. They caught up in that nonsense.
Right.
Talking about the universe, Gemini, Virgo, Aquarius. The sun, moon, and stars. The metanectar, Yedaya. The metanectar. I be sitting there like, brother, you can't serve two masters. This is what Christ said. It was heavy about it. The fact that Christ got to tell us, I can only imagine what he saw. Because he saw fake Israelites walking around in his time too. Everything you see our people doing right now, he saw firsthand. Like, God dang, we messed up. He didn't give up his life. Our king did not give up his life so we can continue to be double-minded, to think that we can serve two masters. Read on.
For either he will hate the one and love the other.
Either he will hate the one and love the other. How do you hate the one and love the other? You hate the Most High, The Most High said you can't get high. Oh man, you ain't know that? The main reason why half of y'all ain't in is because you can't get high. And brother, that's one thing I never understood. I was telling a older Muslim brother at the stand the other day. I'm like, well, Jay, you talking about you got discipline to not eat pork, but you ain't got discipline to not get high. You ain't got discipline to not, you know what I mean, buy a horse. Like, goddamn. He said, well, nobody can keep the law. I'm like, how do you do it? How can you speak for me? What law can I keep? What law can we keep? There's nothing preventing us from keeping God's laws. Nothing. Except that demon in your mind. You gotta be stronger than that demon in your mind. You gotta fight. You gotta fight, man. You gotta be ready to scrap. You too quick. You quick to pull a gun and fight everybody else. Fight the nigga in the mirror. That's the hardest fight you will ever fight. And I'm gonna break it down to you the same way it was broken down to me. Imagine if someone broke in your home. Wow, I appreciate it. Imagine if somebody broke in your home and broke in your home to take your life. You are going to fight to preserve your life with everything you have. You have to fight those demons with the same ferocity, tenacity, and vigor, and gall, and cojones. You have to fight that demon the same way, or you're going to lose. You don't have to lose. You can win. You can win, brother. Our King gave us the ultimate opportunity to win. He set us up perfectly. He gave up his life so we could come back. And you want to squander it by getting high? Putting on a show of righteousness? When I say a show of righteousness, you're not really righteous because you're smoking and you're selling drugs and you're wearing a dress and you're following after the philosophy of Arabs. You put on a show of righteousness because you're wearing a suit. You're wearing a fucking purple suit. It's a lot of people my language. You're wearing a purple suit. You're in church with all of the homosexuals, all of the sodomy, all of the child molestation, everything that goes on in there. I don't know how you can do it. You gotta fight those demons, man. You gotta fight. I don't know if you understand this, but life is warfare. Everything you do is warfare. Your flesh wants to sin. Spirit wants to keep you righteous. You gotta fall on that, man. You better lean towards that spirit. You better fight your flesh. Your flesh will want to do anything to destroy itself. You want to keep, you know what I mean? You want to preserve your life and keep it and save it. The only way to do that is to come into the UPK and completely change your life. To keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, and have the faith in our King, Yahweh Shah. Christ said this: no man can serve two masters, lest he will hate the one and love the other. You love being a Muslim. You love being Assalamu alaikum, alaikum assalam. Because you can do that and still sell drugs. You can do that and still lay down with a sister and throw her away. You can still do that and unalive your brother. Abuse your brother, abuse your sister. You can't be a Christian. You can't be a Muslim. We wasn't built for that. We was built for something greater. We have a greater purpose than being the label of a Christian or a Muslim or a Buddhist. We're the Jews of antiquity. You got people right now that's faking being us. And we know they're not us.
Yeah.
We're going to go into that as well. It's how diabolical these people are. Because it occurred to me today, Barlow, I said, damn, the sidebar going to it, right? It was bigging up Kyrie Irving. Like, oh, Kyrie is so courageous. He's going through Ramadan. And he has to play a full court game. And then at halftime, he eats a banana. And then they said they're bringing in vegan chefs that are cooking food when the sun goes down. He's so righteous. You notice that the white man, the Arab man, and no other nation has a problem with him being a Muslim, masquerading as an Arab, but when the nigga came out and said, I'm a Jew, his world was turned upside down, which means he hit a nerve that they don't want our people to come to. That's how you really can tell where the truth is. That's how you can really tell. Look at their reactions when we call ourselves the Jews. Oh my goodness. It's ridiculous. It's absurd. And to prove it further, if me and Barzal went out there and said, we're Chinese, nobody would have a problem. Me and Barzal went out there to 63rd Street, right, and put on the Bruce Lee outfit and shoes and got bowl cut haircuts. Y'all be like, man, I'm niggas crazy. You wouldn't freeze our bank accounts. You wouldn't make us go to sensitivity training. You wouldn't do that. But that brother say, wait a minute, we're the Jews of antiquity. We're the Israelites. That's a problem. The greatest trick, big shout out to 6-year-old General for thumbing the ball, for saying this. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was telling us that he's the Jew. That's the greatest trick. Because he ain't the real Jew. We're the real Jews. Niggas, Latinos, Native Americans, and similar. We're the real Jews. Our king is laying it out flat for us. We can't serve two masters unless you will hate the one and love the other. You love being under the heat. You're supposed to hate it. You're supposed to be like, wait a minute, man. He ain't supposed to be in charge. He ain't supposed to be over me.
Right.
He ain't supposed to be. We're supposed to be over him. Keep going.
Or else he will do, or else he will hold the one and despise the other.
He will hold to one, meaning you'll hold dear to the one and despise the other. The one that you hold on to, some of y'all hold on to that Christianity. You hold on to Islam. You despise the other. You despise the truth. And the truth is that blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, we're the Jews of antiquity. Barzal, give me Proverbs chapter 3, verse 30. That's the truth of the matter. Now, we're the Jews. They know this. They know it. But they have to keep that under wraps because it blows up their plan. Like, wait a minute, we're God's chosen people? Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, we are the most copied, the most abused. They abuse us for everything. Are you aware that in Japan, they have something, or in Japan, right? They have something called Cholo culture, where you have Ammonites, who are the Japanese. They get together and they dress up like Isupk. They dress up like Mexicans, man. Get the low riders, wear the khakis, you know what I mean? The Nike Cortezes. Cortez is the devil the Bible speaks of, by the way. You know what I mean? Wear the fresh Nikes, you know what I mean? The coked out, you know what I mean? White Air Forces. Go to show you, man, can't nobody do it like Isupk. You know what I mean? With the white tee, with the oversized white tee, with the shades. They emulate our culture because they know who we are. Why do you think there's a spotlight on them? Why do you think it's not a problem for Africans to come over here to this country? Or Arabs, or East Indians? There's no problem for them. They get to walk on through the border. But that Mexican man and woman, that Guatemalan man and woman, that Chilean man and woman, that brother and sister from Peru, from Brazil, from Colombia, Central America, it's a problem. Because Latino man, Latino woman, you are the Jews of antiquity. You Israelites, man. And we're family. Black man, Latino man, First Nation man and woman, we are family. Nosotros somos familia una raza. We are one people. Puerto Rican man, Cuban man, Dominican man and woman, we family. So when we know black, yes, you are. You a nigga, just like me. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. It could be worse.
Right.
You could be an oppressor.
Right.
Good night. You could be an African. Jesus. East Indian. Arab. Nah. We're the greatest people on this earth. It's like everybody copies us. It's what everybody takes from us. Right? Everybody abuses us and wants to keep us at the bottom. And I'm not making excuses. This is the solution. The solution is the Isupk became the commander during the honor.
Right.
If you are Puerto Rican, Cuban, Dominican, Haitian, West Indian, Black, you know what I mean, Mexican, Guatemalan, if you're from Argentina to Chile, from, you know what I mean, from Brazil to Colombia to Uruguay, or if you are Native American, Indian, First Nation man, Seminole Indian man and woman, you are God's chosen people. Guess what? That is an amazing thing. He wants us to come back. This is what we have to stop. Read what you got, Margo.
Come on, Con. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 21.
Go ahead, 31.
It's like it. 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
Our God said, envy thou not the oppressor. Meaning, don't envy the oppressor. Don't envy him. The problem is you look at the oppressor and what he has and you think, oh, I have to live like him. No, you don't. Even gang, listen, I heard a lot of talk, right, about, oh, the problem with Philadelphia is the gang culture. These young boys are out of control. Where do you think they get it from? Where do you think they get it from? They get it from the oppressor. You didn't know the gang culture was from the oppressor? It is. You think you a gangster. The oppressor is the original one. The original one. What do I mean by that? You emulate Italian mafiosos, capos and dons. That ain't our culture. It's not our culture at all. Even when you look at the red side and the blue side, the colors game, that went on in Rome, where there was a section of the Roman government that wore blue, and they were beefing with the other section of the Roman government that wore red. You think that's a coincidence? It's not. The Bible says in Ecclesiastes, the first chapter, there is no new thing under the sun. You're emulating the oppressor. You know that the oppressor unalives his own? Yes, the hell he does. He does. And our problem can be fixed. It's our job to fix it here at the Isupk, the commander during the honor. And we're doing it. What is your pastor doing? Nothing. What's your imam doing? Nothing. I see another brother with a dress on, no guns on, all things fully paid bars on. Talking salam alaikum. The answer is love. The answer is love. Nigga, you don't even know what love is, according to God. Love is keeping the commandments, man. Matter of fact, young man, Devontae, give me that in 2 John 1 and 6. Real, after this. You don't even understand what love is. Talk about the answer is love. And you sitting up here, you part of the problem. You are part of the problem. And there's no accountability. And that's why Isupk is the greatest place on this earth, man. I'll never forget, man, I was watching Commander during the honor as a young man, tearing these pastors and imams up. Torah Muhammad, I knew it. He's not even an Israelite. He's Iranian. He's black from Iran. He's a Persian. Tore him up in the church. Talking about the church ain't the answer. Elijah Muhammad ain't the answer. This ain't the answer. He said, we got to take accountability. None of you pastors and imams go out in the street and say, I'm going to fix this problem. You know what I mean? We got to fix this. I'm going to take accountability. Commander during the honor said, every black, Latino, and Native American Indian is my responsibility. And if you don't get down with me, we ain't never going to stop. We not. And that's the point. We took the accountability. That's why we out there in the streets.
Right.
We out there. We're the only ones out there that give a damn. You don't give a damn in your church, in your minds, putting on a pseudo facade and illusion of brotherhood and sisterhood while you abuse each other, abusing and molesting kids, man, hating each other. You can't do that in the Isupk. Our God said this. And you will love the Most High with all your heart, all your soul, your spirit, and you will love thy brother as thyself.
Right.
Those two commandments and all of the law. All of them. That's what our God told us, man. Matter of fact, let's get to it right now. Read 2 John 1 and 6. If I want to come back to Proverbs tomorrow.
Come on, come on.
2 John 1:6.
Chapter 1, verse 6. And this is love.
And this is love. For all y'all talking about. Love is the answer. We don't even know what love is. If you understood it, maybe you being here, you'd understand what we understand. Read what you got.
That we walk after his commandments.
That we what?
That we walk after his commandments.
That we walk after his commandments. That's what love is, according to God. Walking after his commandments, meaning doing them, keeping the law. And guess what? For you Christians out there, this last time I checked, 2 John or John period was in the New Testament. And y'all talking about the law being done away with. How dumb and how irresponsible are you? Irresponsible of you to tell these lies. It says, and this is love, that we walk after his commandments. Read.
This is the commandment that as ye have heard from the beginning.
We've heard this from the beginning. Man, this has always been. That life that was breathed into Adam was the law. Was the law, statutes, and commandments. Keep going.
Ye should walk in it.
That ye should walk in it. We're supposed to walk in it. We're supposed to do it. And if we did the commandments, guess what? You wouldn't be unaliving your brother. You wouldn't be abusing brothers and sisters. The reason why you can't stop doing it is because you're in Islam. You're in a dress. Hey, Barzal, let me tell you, big shout out to my brother, man. Preaching officer 1,000 the car. The car has been giving y'all hell. Hell. And it is a beautiful thing to behold and see. And he's absolutely right. Because y'all killed me with this. Some of y'all even threatened my brother. And y'all don't want to do that. You don't that ain't, Barzal, that ain't good for you. Hell. Yeah, I mean, the brother's already thrown off. I don't know if you know, the car ain't on there. He thrown off. I'm gonna tell you something scary. Boy, it's always more thrown off than he is. And I'm more thrown off than that. So you can only imagine. The more you walk in rank, the more thrown off brothers is. The worst thing you can do is threaten a brother over or under me in rank. And you will see another side of me that you don't want to see. Another side, the other side. It ain't good to see the other side. Trust me. You're having a good day. You got your dress on. You know what I mean? You're going to smoke a little weed later. You know what I mean? I know you're drinking that water. You're thinking about that tuna fish sandwich. All of what I just suggested and said they're doing is unlawful, by the way. Don't mess it up. You already messed up. Don't threaten the Akin. Don't threaten the Aquakin. Don't do that. More importantly, don't do it, man, because the Lord will destroy you. The Lord will really deal with you. But this is what I don't understand. You're putting all this emphasis on this Islam. On this Christianity, trying to put up illusion of righteousness. And last time I checked, don't they touch kids, boys? Don't kids get molested in the church, in the mosque, or my church? Listen, man, this gentleman jack is good. I got shot. It's good. It ain't that good. Y'all, I know what y'all do in them churches. Right. I know. We know. I'll be in there abusing babies, abusing children. We don't do that here. A lot of you brothers that got the dress on talking about, and we talk about the messenger, we talk about the prophet. Nigga, he ain't no prophet. He's a pedophile. He's a pedophile. Muhammad was a pedophile, man. Do I need to tell you about the oppressor? The oppressor is an all-around sexual deity. The oppressor has sex with you. Select. But oh, my life. This is a rough situation. He's an all-around deity, man. Be out there abusing men, women, children, and the beast. And the beast, boys. Oh my God, damn. And you want to talk about us? Listen, y'all are the real call. That's what I've come to realize. We're in a safe haven. We are. We're in an amazing, like when the scripture says, man, bars all know, the scripture says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High, we in that place. You don't want to be outside of that place. It goes down on the other side of the place. And it's a rough situation. That's why our God said we ain't supposed to envy what they doing. We not. They doing all type of lascivious behavior in that church, man. Talking about getting, like, if I the only one that's tripping bars though. Like T.D. Jakes when he stood up there and was like, come out the closet. I was like, hold on, nigga. First of all, as niggas, being from the tribe of Judah, God, listen, forget about the Benjamin or Levi. The machete is coming out. When you hear come out the what? Well, it's a lot here. I saw a video of Barzal, his sister. She was letting our daughter have it. She said, baby girl, you gotta leave. I'm like, hey, why you throwing her daughter out? It was righteous. Why she was doing this. This is rare. Mother was like, you ain't gonna be in my house and be with a woman. I was like, most not impressed with that. She said, you ain't gonna be in my house loving a woman. He said, you gonna be in my house, you better be loving a black man. You better bring a black man in here. You better bring a brother in here. And that's what you're supposed to do. They don't understand that. You're supposed to be with no heat. Some of y'all brothers, man, y'all gotta understand that. You gotta leave them East Indian girls alone, them African girls, them white girls alone. And I told one brother was what I said. He could have messed with white girls, man. I thought he was going to fail. He was like, well, I know. He's like, hold on, you guy. I know the white man, the devil. But yeah, I was like, and the white woman's the devil that the Bible speaks of. The white woman's the devil that the Bible speaks of as well. You ain't supposed to be with these heathens, man. At all. Read it again from the top part of all Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31.
Come on, Khan. Envy thou not the oppressor.
Envy thou not the oppressor. Give me James 4:4. Envy thou not the oppressor. Meaning, don't envy the oppressor. Don't look at what the oppressor got and what he's doing and say, damn, man, I gotta live like him. I gotta get down. Because getting down with the oppressor, you'll do some strange things. It's a lie. It's a lie. Like a lot of y'all talk about dead. Don't get me wrong. He did that shit. It's a lie. He did all that. And no wise am I defending the brother. You know where he got it from? The oppressor. We're not going to sit here and act like they ain't got a whole island that they go to where they abuse men, women, and children. They got a whole island, man. Epstein's Island. Come on, man.
Right.
You weren't supposed to go to the Diddy party. You but damn sure weren't supposed to go to Epstein's Island. Y'all know that. Am I saying something that's taboo that y'all don't understand? Am I speaking a different language? No. You know you weren't supposed to be doing that. Envy thou not the oppressor. What happens is you look at what the oppressor has, and then you say, oh man, what do I have to do to get there? What do I gotta do? Especially in that music industry. Listen, Barzal, I ain't a conspiracy theorist. However, I do believe that a lot of y'all do some gay stuff to get down. I do. And that's how I know brothers in here, man, is one West. Because you couldn't come to me and Barzal and be like, yeah, we're gonna give you $1 million record deal. You just gotta go to the mansion party. Like unallow me right So what? Go where? I would be offended that you even approach me with that. Right. Like I would be like, what made you think? What the look that I gave you? This is cool. And then I want to speak to some of you brothers. Then you get surprised, right? When you see stuff coming out about the favorite rapper. I ain't gonna name no names, but you shouldn't be surprised. Let me tell you, I'm not saying everything that went down with Meek, you know what I mean, Fab, those different rappers are true or false. This is what I do understand. They are in the world. They're in the world. I don't put nothing past anybody that's in the world and what you will do. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the scripture says, what profit a man if he gain the world but lose his own soul? Our people are walking around as though walking dead right now as zombies. What you need to stop doing is stop putting hope into entertainers. That's what you got to do. Stop looking at entertainers like they're this sense and symbol of morality. Like we all get into it. Like we be having little carnal battles about who dribbles the basketball better. I'll say LeBron James, a brother from the 90s will say it's Michael Jordan. Who gives a damn? Who cares who's the best basketball player? What about this truth? What about our people coming back into this truth? We don't need to understand that. We don't need to understand who's the best basketball player, best football player. Is it funny, carnal entertainment? It ain't a law. It's hilarious. But it's more important things to life. Stop putting the onus on them. They're not going to lead our people. They're not supposed to. LeBron's good at passing and dribbling and shooting. Michael's good at doing the same thing and dunking. Patrick Mahomes good at throwing the football. I don't expect the brother to go out in the street and break down Ezekiel the 35th chapter to me. God, so go ahead, boy. I don't expect them, you know what I mean, to fix my problems, to give me counsel. No. What do I look like going to you? Y'all are rapper. Boy, look. Like, nigga, you are a rapper. Who rapping about Percocets and all type of, being a junkie, and all type of lascivious, wicked behavior. What did you teach me? What did you teach me? Like, what the hell? That's the deal for a second. I mean, brother and sister. What could a conversation with Jay-Z do for me? When you see you die, you know, 2 + 2 = 4. And you know, I made the Carter 4, and then I made the blueprint. And then, you know, I got what you guys said I had blue, and now I'm sitting here with you. It's your boy. I be sitting there like, I should have took you should have took the $500,000 and paid your tithes. You better take that $500,000, nigga, and pay your tithes with it too. So I thinking you gonna learn something from him. He can't teach you nothing. He can't. Yes, the nigga can rap. Yes, the sister can sing. That's it. So what? All of our people are immensely talented. Brothers ain't talented. Sisters ain't talented. We all are. We all have something unique and amazing about us. Because we're God's chosen people. We're the Israelites of antiquity. So what? What does it do to get us out of the condition that we are in? It does absolutely nothing. Go ahead. You want to argue about it? Go ahead. You know what I mean? Go sit down with Jay-Z. You know what I mean? Go sit down with Beyonce. You know what I mean? And one sister, you know what I mean, took the money that her daughter was supposed to get surgery with to go get Beyonce tickets. Hey, have that. Me and my house, we here in the UPK, we're going to serve the Lord. We're going to raise our people up and fix our people. Go ahead, boys. You want to say something?
Yeah, come on, if I could too. So just talk about the stupidity of the, you know, those celebrities, man. You know, it seemed like that they, as soon as they get to where the status of where at, they being popular and all that, they keep trying to, you know, have some type of, you know, foundation in the ghettos, like where the poor people are. Like they want to be they want to relate to the people lesser than them. But they like to talk about the things that they've done and want to be glorified. And it don't add up. Just like you said, don't envy thou oppressor. They the main one. Right.
Our Lord is saying this so heavy. Like when our God said, envy thou not the oppressor. Every brother and sister you look at that compromise in that regards, they're the ones, you know what I mean, that envies the oppressor. Now, there's some athletes out there that do a little something for the people. Yeah, there's some brothers out there that try to do something. There's some sisters out there that try to do something. I'm not going to say it's not. However, you can do a whole lot more. You can come up in here. You can come in here and get down and do what's right for our people. You can do the right thing right now. Envy thou not the oppressor. Read on bars on.
Come. And choose none of his ways.
And choose none of his ways. None of his ways. Every way of the oppressor is wicked, is hell. I hope you understand. And some of you, just speak to it for a second. Some of you have this grandiose dream of making it big in Esau's world and becoming a superstar. Brother, You better come back down to reality.
Right.
The oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
And some of you brothers know better.
Right.
And to speak to some of you brothers that know better, you know why you'll never make it in Esau society as a superstar or to be revered and do this? I'll tell you why. Because you're a righteous man now. In your heart of hearts, in your mind, you truly are a righteous brother. You know the right thing. And I don't believe you'll compromise for that. And if you do, you was never really with us. But for the most part, you got to get that way of thinking out your head. There's more important things to be done. There's work to be done. There's work to be done in this truth in Philly. There's work to be done in headquarters, New York. There's work to be done in D.C., Baltimore, Los Angeles, San Bernardino, Houston, Dallas, Trinidad and Tobago, the UK, Chicago.
Right.
There's work to be done in White. For the few niggas that's out there on horseback, cowboy boots, we need them too. Forget about the prisons.
Right.
We need to rehabilitate them and get brothers out the mud, man, and help them change their mindset. That's the thing, man. In the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we truly rehabilitate brothers. That's what we do. Brothers become new men in here. Sisters become new women. Stop chasing that false dream of making it big or quote unquote making something of yourself. You know how you truly make something of yourself? By finding your real purpose.
Right.
And that's by coming in here. And when you come in here, listen, man. When I say I don't want for nothing, I don't always want. Even when life starts to be like this, life is still gonna life. It's still gonna get rough. You still gonna have hardships. You still gonna go through it. God damn, you in the truth.
Right.
We in the truth. Like, I'm still amazed, like, what did I do to get here? How? Why am I here?
Right.
I remember the day I was a young man and that brother boy Law sent me a text, man, on Twitter, like, he coming to class. I started to say, nigga, I ain't coming back. It was a part of me like, damn, man, it's true, this is it.
Right.
I have nowhere to go. Confession good for the soul, man. I used to pray in the world and ask the Lord to show me where the truth is. It was right here the whole time. The whole time. It's right here for you too, black man, Latino man, First Nation man and woman. Take advantage of the opportunity that you have right now to get right. I don't even understand why brothers and sisters leave the truth. Like you come in there and truly change your life. Like that was at your window, knocking at the door. You should be dead. We all should be. But we're here. We're here for a purpose. A greater purpose. Something greater than you and me. Because we ain't nothing. The scripture says, man, in Isaiah, for my righteousness is as a filthy rag. And that's the right approach to have. Who are we? Listen, man, I'm just a cog in the wheel. I'm just a spoke on the wheel, man. When I go, it's going to be a far better priest and prophet and officer than you because it's going to rise up and take my place. I'm just grateful to be here right now. And I'm going to remain. Pray you understand. God's all here to stay. Man, Devontae said, I can't go back to the world. This ain't right. Every time I see the young brother, he's like, that's rough out there. All of you on brothers' faces, I be seeing. I know, but I was there. You'd be like, boy, oh boy. Like, what the hell was I thinking? It ain't nothing out there. It's nothing. I liken it to an illusion, but this is the best example I could give you when it comes to Esau's world. It's like getting high the first time. It's like getting high the first time. And we all know what it's like getting high the first time. It felt amazing. Everything that feels amazing ain't good for you. That's scripture too. It's in Proverbs. It's a way that seemeth right to a man, but it's the ways of death. And you'll never get that high again. That's the illusion. That's the perennial rat trap. It's like the hamster wheel. When you see the hamster running and running and running and running and running until you die. It's an illusion. It's nothing. This truth is everlasting.
Right.
It's everlasting. So like my brother, man, preaching officer of 1,000 night bond, man, stay up, brother. Young brother be back stronger than ever soon. He always say, man, I used to look at that Bible and say this bars off. His reasoning is perfect. He said, listen, he said, we're going to serve the Most High Christ anyway in the kingdom. Why not doing that? Why not doing that? You mean to tell me I have an opportunity to get a crown to rule under Christ, and all I got to do is stop smoking weed? Sign me up. Stop laying down with heathen women and whores. Sign me up. Stop being a deviant. Stop being an unaliver. No sweat. You can stop those things, man. It ain't hard. It's all in here. It's all in here. And that's why the reasoning of the oppressor is diabolical. Right. For our God said, envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. A lot of our people are infatuated with America. You're infatuated with this world. You are. To the point where you feel as though it is the only way of life. And it is not. The only ones that fall for this stupid trick and illusion are silly women and children. And brother, we cannot afford to be like that. Because we're the head of the house. I'm going to go into that as well. The natural order of things is the Most High, Yahweh Shah Christ, us, then our sisters. That's the natural order. Give me James chapter 4, verse 4 for sure. Give me James 4 and 4, or it's all going to be 1 John 2 and 15. Any questions online or in the room, I'll be answering your questions tonight. You got it? James chapter 4, verse 4, vocal short voice.
The book of James, chapter 4, verse 4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses.
Ye adulterers and adulteresses. Understand something. When the Most High is calling us adulterers and adulteresses, meaning this. Our people have gone to serve other gods. You have gone to serve the God of the oppressor. You have gone to serve the God of the Arabs. Our God is calling us adulterers and adulteresses. Keep going.
Know ye not the friendship of the world.
The what of the world?
Friendship of the world.
You think you can be a friend of the world. You think you can be friends with America and act thinking it's accident. You think that you can be cool, calm, and collected with this beast and at peace. So I never understood, boys, who is the oppressor ever been cool with?
Right.
He ain't cool with himself. You don't see what he's doing. That goes back to gang culture, where they be like, oh, you got these young black people. They are out of control. What the hell do you think Pooh Shiesty is doing over there in Russia and Ukraine? Now, if you're carnal, you're like, you got it. Pooh Shiesty is a rapper from down south. He ain't over there in Ukraine. I'm talking about Vladimir Putin, the real Pooh Shiesty. He over there unalive, and the Ukrainians right now at war with himself. Because the Russians and the Ukrainians are the same people. They both Esau.
Right.
One is Pooh Shiesty, and one is Miss Ukraine. Y'all heard about Zelensky, did you? Zelensky is a flaming sodomite. The president of the Ukraine is a homosexual man. He's Miss Ukraine versus Pooh Shiesty. They show it every day on CNN. And they talking about, oh, these black inner city youth. Leave that to us. Leave that to the ISUP commander during the Honda. We got this. We got it. We'll fix it. We'll do it. Nobody else is up to it. Everybody else is talking crazy right now online. We just need love. We just need love. You don't even know what real love is. Real love is what we're doing. And you hate us. But that's fine. Our God said that he was going to make our head hard against yours. Hard against yours. And guess what? We ain't got a hard head, but we do. We stand on business. And then what the kids say, don't stand on business. Well, we actually do it. And we don't compromise. There's no compromise over here, man. And they know it. And you can't compromise.
Right.
because that opens the door to sin. We got to do what God said. He said, ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not. Read.
That the friendship of the world is enmity with God.
It's enmity with God. Know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God? What does the word enmity mean? Alexa, what is the definition of enmity? Alexa, what is the definition?
Envy is a strong feeling of hatred or animosity towards someone or something.
Okay.
It is a state of
Alexa, stop. Enmity. What is the definition of enmity?
Enmity is defined as the feeling or condition of hostility, hatred, ill will, or animosity towards someone. It is a strong negative emotion directed towards another person or group.
Alexa, stop. Guess what? It's hatred. It is more than just hatred. It's strong hatred. You're against the Most High. It's hostile. You're hostile against the Most High. Because you want to be friends with the world, to appease the world, to be respected by heathens. You'll be against the Most High? No, sorry. Lie. It says, ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God? You against the Most High. Against the Most High. And not even realize it. When you put that dress on and give praise to Allah, which is the figment of the imagination of Arabs, you are hostile towards the God of Israel. The only God that matters. His name is Yahweh. That's the problem. You think you can have friendship with the world and still serve the Lord. No, you cannot. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God. You against the Most High, you in that Christian church in Muslim month. You see me one more time, bars all over.
God.
What? We going on, what? I appreciate you.
Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world.
Whosoever, therefore, will be a friend of the world. If you are going to be a friend of the world, a friend of America, because world means age or society. If you're going to be a friend of the world, read,
Is the enemy of God.
and you'll be an enemy of the Most High. You're an enemy of the Most High because you're in that Christianity. You're in that Islam, man. You can't do that. It says, know ye not. It says, know ye not. Now, whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy of God. You don't want to be an enemy of the Most High. The Most High can destroy you in the worst way possible. The worst way possible. And that's what we got to realize, man. You got to not want to be destroyed, black man, Latino man, First Nation man, and woman. You got to understand something. Our God called us for something bad, for something greater. And you have to want that. You have to want it. It's an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing being in the truth. To understand, man, being in the truth is a beautiful thing. What, Barzal? I appreciate you, brother. Devontae, can you give me, Barzal, give me Luke chapter 3 and verse 9. Devontae, you can give me 1 John 2 and 15. Shalom, TikTok. I'm back at it again. Now, if y'all have any questions, I'll be answering your questions tonight. I'm preaching officer 5,000. Your brother is died breaking it down for you. Understand something, man. It says, in James chapter 4, verse 4, it says, ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God. Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy of God. If you are a friend of this wicked society, you are against the Most High. If you are Black, Latino, or Native American Indian, and following the philosophy of these heathen nations, these other nations, following after European or Arabic beliefs, guess what? You're an enemy of God. You don't want to be an enemy of the Most High. You got to cut that nonsense out. We do. Our God called us for something better. Before we go to Luke 3 and 9, give me 1 John 2 and verse 15.
This book of 1 John, chapter 2, verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
Love not the world.
Our God said, love not the world.
Right.
What does it mean when he says, love not the world? World means age or society when we look at it. Our God is telling us not to love the society. In this society, they teach us all type of abominations. They teach us every wicked and evil thing to do. That's why they promote it in the music. That's why they put it on TV. Like, we love these TV shows. I mean, y'all love BMF. You know, you love Snowfall. Teach your man how to swap. You know what I mean? You love, you know what I mean, Raising Cane. You know what I mean? You started just like Mark. Always got some food in your head. But look at the image that they promote. The light at which they put us in. That's not by coincidence. That's by design. They're trying to paint negative pictures, negative images and connotations on our people. And we are so much more than that. So much more than that. And they know it. But the goal is you have to destroy that image of that black man. You have to. To where they go on and start just saying utter nonsense to our people. Right? Utter nonsense. Talking about this is the only way to live. It's not. It's not. You're letting the wicked ones that did this to our people off the hook. And we're not letting them off the hook. Right? They brought the weapons into our communities, the drugs into our communities, and taught us to be like this. And then when we do it, we say, look at those thugs. You know, we're in Philadelphia. We're in the city of Philadelphia right now, right? And they talk about the ongoing problem with the youth and the weapons, where nobody is addressing the real issue. Why do they have access to these weapons? Who brought them in? I don't have a factory. Although we ain't got a factory, we just out here pumping them out. We ain't doing that. We ain't selling ammunition. Who does it? Listen, it ain't just the Democrats. Democrats too. The Democrats and the Republicans, Esau, are two sides of the same bird. Two wings of the same bird, and they promote every wicked vice here. I'm telling you. And you're right. Uzis they're not made in Harlem. They're not. And here's the thing. It's not that the weapons, it's in the hands and what's being taught. Because you can have weapons and use them for self-defense for our people. Why do we feel as though that we have to go out and harm one another? That's the problem. That's a mindset that was taught to our people. And you got a point. You got to go back into who owns those fields, who owns those factories, and who is producing it. Here's the thing. Who made the weapons? Ahmad. Hey, your name's Ahmad. Hey, you are Arabic. You're an Arabic man, right? So I'm assuming, let me ask you a question, Ahmad. Do you support Palestine? I'm assuming you do. You know, they taking up weapons to defend themselves against the man that calls himself a Jew. Are they wrong for that? Are you coming at your people for that? You wouldn't dare. You wouldn't dare. So why come at me? I'll tell you why. It's making too much sense. They don't want to see our people coming together and doing what God said to do. They don't want that. Hey, quiet now. Well, that point, enough. You can go on with that, brother. Well, he ain't my brother. Stop. He ain't my brother. Get on with that nonsense. Get on with that garbage. And here's the thing, right? You have to understand. I'll tell you what God wants us to do. God wants the Israelites, the true Israelites of antiquity, blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians, to come back into the truth, to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, and have the faith in our King, Yahweh Shah Mashiach, who the world ignorantly knows and calls as Jesus Christ. That's what we need to do. That's what is required. That is the entire duty of man. And that's biblical. That's biblical. And then it's always one that says, what about, you know those people that you talk about? Patsy, you know what's so heavy about what you just said and you don't even realize. You came in there and heard everything that we were talking about. And then you said, well, what about the oppressor? The oppressor is the one that's bringing the weapons in. He bringing the drugs in. He hates our people. He hates you. I'm assuming you're a black man, a Latino man. I'm assuming that. They're the ones that do this to our people. And you're talking about, what about him? I'll break that down for you. I'll break it down. Rami, I'll break down John 3:16. Because here's the thing, right? It always goes back to that divide. Ironically, we're in a precept for John chapter 3 and verse 16. Read it again from the top.
Love not the world.
Read that again.
Love not the world.
1 John chapter 2 and verse 15 says this. Love not the world. Now, what does the world mean? World means age or society. So when you read in John chapter 3 and verse 16, for God so loved the world, what world is Christ speaking about? He's talking about the world of Israel. That's what he's talking about. Because 1 John chapter 2 and verse 15 says, love not the world. And there are no contradictions in the Bible, young man. I pray you understand. There are no contradictions. Our God is telling us not to love this world, not to love the world of the Romans, not to love America's world, not to love Babylon. Read.
Neither the things that are in the world.
Neither the things that are in the world. We ain't supposed to love the things that are in the world. Listen, man, they promote unaliving, they promote abuse of children. You can forget about what goes on in Bohemian Grove bars. They got, you know what I mean, what's the brother's name? The boxer. Ryan Garcia took him to Bohemian Grove and did some things to him and some kids. The damn shame. Listen, it's terrible. It's terrible what the brother had to endure. And I believe it, because that's what's in the world. That's what they do. So when God said, love not the world and neither the things that are in the world, read.
If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
If you love America, if you love Rome, or if you love Babylon, if you love Egypt, if you love these wicked societies, guess what? The love of the Father is not in you. It's not in you. It's not. John chapter 17 and verse 9, when Christ said, I pray for them, I pray not for the world. See, we understand the true breakdown of John chapter 3 and verse 16. You Christians don't. You do not. You do not. You have no idea. You had no idea that was even in the Bible. No idea. So when Christ was talking about for God so loved the world, he's talking about loving his own, our people. That's what he was talking about. And Rafi, this is the shield of David. It's not the star Renfram. I break this down earlier. Not the star Molech. It's not Renfram. It's the shield of David. The Magun Dawadah. That's what it is. The Magun Dawadah. Worshiping Molech, worshiping Renfram is no different than being in the ideology of the Europeans or the Arabs. You're the ones that are really with Molech and Renfram, and you don't even know it. Because you're too busy trying to say, well, you do this, you do that. Prove it. Prove that I'm an idolater. Prove that I'm breaking the law. You can't. I can look at you and tell you get high. I know you do. I know you do. And to answer the other question, first of all, that's an oxymoron. Ashkenazi? You can't be an Ashkenazi and a Jew. The Ashkenazis and those Turkish, you know what I mean, and those oppressors, they're oppressors. They're not Jews. The real Jews of antiquity are black. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Understand that. The real Jews are black. Black man, Latino man, First Nation man, woman, we're the real Jews. How do we know this? First of all, in the Bible, in Revelation 2 and 9, Christ spoke about those that would call themselves Jews, about the synagogue of Satan. Synagogue meaning chief house. Chief house. And who's that chief house? Ask the Palestinians who the chief house of Satan is. Ask them. Ask them. You an Arab, you know who the chief house of Satan is. You should be ashamed of yourself even asking me that question. And his name is Yahweh. Jesus Christ's name is Yahweh Mashiach. He's the greatest man that ever walked this earth, and he's a black man, by the way. Ooh-wee. Guess what? And here's the thing. You're right. Latinos are Israelites too. Native American Indians and Seminole Indians are Israelites too. So what's your point? No, his name is not Yeshua. It's Yahweh. You talking, how you gonna come here and say, speaks in Hebrew? You speak in Yiddish. You speak in Yiddish. Yahweh is Hebrew. That's why our God said, Shema Yahshua Yahweh Elohim Yahweh Akah. What I said in Hebrew, and I'll translate it to English, is that our God is one God. That's Deuteronomy 6:4. Right. Young man, young woman. Understand that. Oh, we speak Hebrew in here. We don't speak Yiddish. But I got some Yiddish for you. I got some for you before I let you go. Atah lo Yehudi, Atah lo Jacob, Yatasha Tam, Yeraskele, Edomikele, Shantam Kele. You ain't no Jew, but the devil that the Bible speaks of. Amalek ain't work. Amalek ain't work on the Bible. People that call themselves Jews over there in Israel, oppressing everybody and destroying the Palestinians, guess what? They are not the real Jews. And I just got clipped again. Goddamn. Oh, that's all. They trying to keep me down. Oh, they were starting to follow, and they was like, that's right, brother, you teach it. They don't like that. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee, we have to appeal. They don't like that. It was suspended by mistake. Good night. I don't like that now. See, the Bible said, they don't like it. See, they don't like it. And that's fine. You can not like it all you want. We still going to do it. We still going to teach. You ain't changing nothing. You can't stop the rain. We're going to continue to teach this truth, man. Because that's what we got to understand, right? As blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. What these heathens cannot stand is us coming back to our identity. They hate it. They hate it. Ooh-wee. They trying to give me the death penalty, Lord. They trying to say I'm not going to be able to go out again. They trying to stick it to me. Oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. They don't like that. When they start losing, they start losing, brother. And that's one thing I do love about that. I love about TikTok. It's very interactive when you go on there and you teach it. You do got to be careful. Because, brother, they do not like us teaching this truth. Right. But we're going to continue to do it. You can't stop it. You can't. We can't stop it. We won't stop it. It's a lie. Well, I tell you, you don't need to stop it. You don't need to stop. You better stop puffing. He's the one that's really bothering me. Now, so why don't you read that? Monte, Baruch chapter 3, verse 9.
Oh, God. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 3 and verse 9. Hear, Israel, the commandments of life. Give ear to understand wisdom.
Listen. What it says is, so hear, Israel, the commandments of life. Hear, Israel, the commandments of life. We got to realize, as blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, he said this, that we have to hear, O Israel, the commandments of life. Because keeping the commandments is life. That's life, according to God. Read.
Come on. How happened it? How happened if it Israel? Sorry. How happened it Israel that thou art in thine enemy's land?
It says this, man. Hear Israel, the commandments of life. Give ear to understand wisdom. Give ear to understand the wisdom. Understand this truth. To understand what's being brought out, man. That's what we got to do. That's what we got to understand. And then it says, how it happened in Israel, that thou art in thy enemy's land. Oh, we in our enemy's land. Oh man. They did not let me win my billboard though. They said, man, you gotta stop. We'll be back at it next Thursday on TikTok. It's right. Same time too when they got it. This is what we gotta realize, man. For our people. Our God said this. How happy it is, Israel, that thou art in thy enemy's land. You know why we're in this land right now? You know why we're here in America, going through what we're going through? Because we disobeyed our God. And in disobeying our God, guess what? We got caught up in the worst way possible. The worst way possible. Disobeying our God is the worst thing we could have ever done. Keep going. That's how we ended up in our enemy's land. Keep reading.
Come on. That thou art waxing old in a strange country.
We are waxing old. We're growing old in a strange country. In a strange country. We don't know America. This ain't our land. Even if you're Mexican or Guatemalan or Puerto Rican, Cuban, you know what I mean, or Native American Indian or Seminole Indian, you came over here after the Assyrian captivity. Jerusalem is our land, man. Israel. That's where we're from.
Right.
Now we're waxing old in a place we don't know. We're not from this place. We're not. Keep going.
Come on. That thou art waxing old in a strange country, that thou art defiled with the dead.
Thou art defiled with the dead. You know what's so heavy about that? We've been defiled by the dead. You know what the dead is? These other nations, because they're dead to the Most High. He does not know them. He don't know them. He doesn't know these heathens, man. Our God said we are defiled with the dead, defiled with Islam, defiled with Christianity, defiled with these heathens. That's what happened to us. So how be it that you are in a, how happened to Israel, that thou art in thy enemy's land, that thou art waxing old in a strange country. We're growing old in America, and this ain't where we from. This ain't where we supposed to be. So thou art waxing old in a strange country, that thou art defiled with the dead. We've been defiled, corrupted with these heathens. It's a rough situation. It's a rough spot to be in. We hear now.
Right.
What's the solution? Read it.
Come on. That thou art counted with them that go down into the grave.
We are now counted with them that go into the grave. These heathens live their lives and then they die. That's all that is. Our life is so much greater, so much more glorious. We live for our God because He chose us. All we have to do is do what He says, keep the commandments, and we'll be blessed above all nations. That's Deuteronomy 28:1. Deuteronomy 27:1. We'll be blessed above everybody on top. We're not really living. We're not defiled with the dead.
Right.
We are counted with them that go into the grave. Not realizing, man, you come up in this truth, you'll live forever. What do I mean by live forever? You come in here and do what you're supposed to do, and keep the commandments of the Most High, and change your life, you'll live forever. You can't. All you gotta do is come here and change. Stand with our God. Stand with our King. That's what's important. That's what we have to do as the Lord shows the people. I'm going to show you that too. Keep reading.
Come on. Thou hast forsaken the fountain of wisdom.
We've forsaken the fountain of wisdom. We've forsaken the law. We've forsaken the commandments, man. But our God gave us, because that's what wisdom. Wisdom is keeping the commandments. Be wise to do so. Keep going, keep going.
Come. For if thou hast walked in the way of God, thou shouldest have dwelt in peace forever.
That's heavy. That's heavy. For if thou hast walked in the way of God, thou shouldest and have dwelt in peace forever. This is heavy, man. This whole chapter is heavy. Our God is telling us, we keep the commandments, all we're going to know is peace. Even when you go back, to the beginning and look at what happened to our people, it's a rough situation when you think about it. Like, it's rough when you really think like, God damn, we in this situation because we listened to our woman who got beguiled by the oppressor. That's a rough thing when you think about it, Martha. She listening to another man and we listening to her.
Listen to
Go ahead, Martha.
it's a lie, sir. If I could, if I may, like you're listening to her, she listening to another man, which means we listening to another man.
We listening to him. You are Texas listening to him. That's a rough situation. What do I mean by that? When you read in Genesis, right, when it talks about how the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, it's talking about the oppressor. It wasn't an actual snake or reptile. That was the oppressor. And the fruit, listen, and we may eat of the fruits of the trees. He said, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, you shall not eat. Meaning this, we was not supposed to do what these other nations do. But the serpent told Eve, oh, you won't die. You good. Your eyes will be open. You'll be knowing good and evil. But we were only supposed to know good. We were never supposed to know evil. Now we know the reward and the punishment. When you think about that, we were never supposed to know the punishment. We were supposed to just listen to our God. Now we have an opportunity to get back, get right. And what's so heavy about it, right? Especially with our king, I'll break it down next week and further. Next week I'm gonna break down, who Christ was. I'll break it down for you briefly right now. Christ was here before. Christ was Adam, Melchizedek, Isaac, and Solomon. Christ was here before. 4 other times. That's why when you read in Corinthians, man, that the first Adam was made a living soul. You know what I mean? And the second Adam was made a quickening spirit. Meaning the first Adam was given life, and the second Adam was able to save life. Meaning Christ was given life in the beginning. Now he's saving life, saving blacks, Latinos, and Native American. That's why when you read where it says he's Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. That tells you right there. I'll break it down to depth next Thursday. Understand something. That's why it is important to understand that the game, what the oppressor has run down on our households, telling our sisters that you are above that man. You're not. You are not. And I want to speak to that for a second. We got to understand who we dealing with, Black man, Latino man, First Nation man.
Right.
We dealing with the oppressor, who is the devil that the Bible speaks of. If I could, I'm like Devontae, give me Mark 3:27. Mark, let me get Ephesians 5:22. Let me tell you something. They tell our sisters, right? Oh, you can do bad all by yourself. You are independent sister. You don't need no man. That's warfare being waged on our woman. Or our woman warfare is being waged on, man. And sis, you gotta stop falling for the ultimate. You gotta stop falling for it. You better go get you a brother. You better submit and listen to that brother. Because if you don't, I hear cat food is on sale. I hear it's on sale. It's on sale going on. Listen to a brother. You gotta submit to that brother. Like, you mean to tell me, that's what I never understood. You'll give your body up to that brother. You let the brother flip you, toss you, turn you upside down, do whatever to you. If he tell you to shut your damn mouth, you got a problem? It shouldn't be an issue. But who put that nugget in your head? Who put that nugget in your head that, oh, you are independent system? You got 401k, you making all this money, your man's supposed to be doing it, your man's supposed to be doing that. A lot of y'all don't understand the dynamic between us. Men and women are not equal. Hate to break it to you, baby girl, we are not equal. We're not. I pray you understand that. It's a balance. This man, Lord said, he saw us out there and said, man, listen, it ain't good for man to be by himself. You know what I mean? Don't give me, give him the help mate. Don't get me wrong, it's good for a brother to be by himself for a little bit. Nothing wrong with a brother being by himself, getting his life together, especially you young brothers in the truth. Get yourself together. Come up in this truth, put on that all black. Focus on becoming a trooper. Focus on becoming an officer. And then focus on graduating Hebrew Academy. Then focus on getting the E, getting the rib. Now I ain't telling you not to go out there, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And not get a rib, not get an E. I'm not saying it. But it would be wise if you will come up in here, listen, man, focus on it step by step. Become a trooper first. Come in all black, complete silence. Absorb everything, the wisdom that you're being given by the priests and prophets that are teaching, by these officers and generals, captains, and officers that teach you. Absorb it like a sponge. Then become an officer and get rooted. Gain knowledge. You'll get wisdom. And that's and you get put to that fire Hebrew Academy. You gotta make it to Hebrew Academy and graduate. Then you can go out there and conquer and slay all the dragons you want. But know this. That sex is marriage, young man. Young sister. When you lay down with that sister, that's your bread, that's your Eve. Just when you lay down with that man, that's your husband. That's your man. Something like Commander General Yohana said that was heavy. He said, don't even touch a woman unless you're willing to spend the rest of your life with her. Sisters, you gotta understand that. You gotta submit to that brother. You gotta get down with that brother. Because the oppressor, his ultimate goal was to get brothers out the crib. That's why he pushed that narrative to our women. And I'm gonna show you that. Read what you got, Martin.
No, book of Mark, chapter 3, verse 27. No man can enter into a strong man's house.
No man can enter into a strong man's house. I pray you understand. You enter the Barzal's house. That's all she wrote. That's all she wrote. Forget about it. Forget about the car. It's a wrap for you. Keep going.
And spoil his goods.
We're gonna come in a strong brother's house and spoil his goods. That ain't gonna happen.
Right.
We ain't gonna come into a strong brother's house and take what's his. Go ahead.
Except he will first bind the strong man, and then
Bessie will first bind the strong man. The oppressor understood that he wasn't going to a strong brother's house and to spoil his goods, to take from him. You gotta bind him up. You gotta get rid of it. That's something that they understand all too well because they've done it. How do you think welfare came about? Bringing social services, you know what I mean, and all these different things and avenues to get brothers out the crib to supposedly help sisters. That's a nightmare getting that brother out the house. Because that black man, that Latino man, the First Nation man is needed. I saw a video of Barzal. Mom was in the living room and her sister and her mother. And baby girl had to be like 5. She twerking. Everybody laughing, giggling. Father come in the room and gave baby girl a look. She looked, put her head down, and she stopped. Grandma and auntie and mama like, no, baby, why you stop? Keep going, keep going. She looked at her father looked at her. She ain't doing it no more. That's the benefit of having a father in the house. Because what those women were doing, they didn't mind the baby girl was going to become a whore. No father wants his daughter to be a whore. No father wants his son to be a whoremonger. And I'm not saying that you ain't have a mom, that didn't try to do the best she could. Most of our mothers try to do the best they can. Some of you sisters out there are doing the best you can by yourself. And I do commend you. However, our babies, these Black, Latino, and First Nation babies, they need their father. They need it. And if they don't have a father, they need a father figure. That's why when the scriptures tell us to be a father to the fathers, you know what I mean? You gotta go out there and do that, man. You gotta go out there and do that, Black man, Latino man, First Nation man. We gotta be the head of our households. They're under us, they're not over us. Some of you sisters have this false preconceived notion that the brother is supposed to do this, he's supposed to do that. Get that out your head. That brother is supposed, don't get me wrong, he's supposed to lay his life down for his household, as he should. He's supposed to. And if somebody got to lose their life and die in the house, it's supposed to be that man. That's what it says, you're supposed to submit. You ain't supposed to be against that brother, going to war with that brother. It shouldn't be a hassle. It shouldn't be a hassle at all. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be at all. And the oppressor knows that. That's why he said no man can enter into a strong man's house unless he first bind the strong man. He bind the strong man up, get him out, and then he can spoil his goods. Now our households are in disarray. Now it is destroyed. Black, Latino, First Nation man and woman, we gotta get back into the way things are supposed to be. You know how many times I go on TikTok and YouTube and Twitter and I see sisters complaining about, oh, there ain't no good man out here, ain't no good brothers. Good brothers is out here. They out here. Problem is, your definition of good is, it ain't good. It's not. Y'all say, God, give me a good man. And he give you a good brother, and you be like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this? Because you're so used to the wickedness. You're so used to lascivious behavior. You're so used to your white daddy telling you what's right and what's wrong. You don't understand what God said is right and what's wrong. Ray, you understand? And you wonder why it ain't working out. It can work out. Submit to that. Do what you're supposed to do. And for you brothers out there, you gotta raise Eve up, man. I'm tired of seeing brothers. I'm sick of this divine. I'm speaking to some of you brothers out there. I'm tired of seeing Facebook posts. Bitches ain't shit. They ain't this, ain't that, nigga. It's our job to raise these sisters up. It ain't the end of the world of a bitch do you dirty. Salaki for my life. It ain't the end of the world of a sister do you dirty or leave you. Let me tell you something. If a sister leave you, you know what you should do? You like a rocket like your whole White House. A dragon walking out the door is a good thing. It could have been worse. Trust me. Child support is worse. I pray you understand. Laying down with the whole block with Tim, Ray, and Terrell, and then having a baby, and then you raising the baby, not knowing that the baby is really Terrell's. You gotta shoot me, boys, though. I'm gonna kill that bitch Terrell. Sloppy. Sloppy. I'm sorry. Understand something. We gotta get back to what we're doing with the Most High. The Most High is smarter than us. It's our job to get right. That's why we're doing it here in the UPK. Stop complaining. The problem is with some of you brothers, man, you gotta go out there and talk to more sisters. You're real back and stupid, go talk to another rig. Go get another rig. Go talk to another sister. You ain't talking to enough, you know what I mean, bad no. I ain't gotta tell him Devontae, he's texting 5 bad numbers right now. He's like, all right, what up? I ain't gotta tell him that. Get my boy go. You know what I mean? And since you gotta realize that, you gotta catch that demon out your head. What you were taught by your oppressor is absolute garbage.
Right.
Absolute garbage. And believe it or not, the marathons will continue with or without you.
Right.
If I was you, I'd keep going with that marathon. Because it ain't a race. It's not a sprint. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. It's about endurance. You gotta be able to endure to the end. See what you got, boys, on Ephesians 5:22.
So, Khan, this is the book of Ephesians, chapter 5 and verse 22. Wives, submit yourself to your own husbands.
Read again.
Come on. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands.
Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands. Meaning this. You have sex with a brother, that's your husband. That's your man. And you're supposed to submit to him. You're supposed to do what he says. That brother tells you to shut your damn mouth, shut your mouth. Stop being extra. Stop being combative and argumentative. I'm gonna help a lot of you sisters out right now, right? I'm gonna help a lot of you out. I probably shouldn't be doing this. This is what you need to realize about your man. Especially if he's an officer in the UPK. All we do is go out and argue and make our heads hard against our people. We go out in the street corner and teach our people and make our heads hard against theirs. What makes you think you can beat me in an argument?
Right.
You're not. And I don't want to speak for me. I'm petty. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I'm very competitive. I don't like to lose. You're not going to beat me in an argument. I'm not saying that you can't be right on something. I'm not saying that. But goddamn, you're not going to beat me in an argument. It's not going to happen. I pray you understand. I turned my color in before all that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Be a trooper. It ain't going down like that. You're not going to beat him in an argument. Stop. And some of y'all, man, oh my goodness. Like bars on, man. I'm just saying, some of these things are just terrible. Like, and you're really arguing about nothing. It's nothing. You don't realize, and I'm going to answer a few questions. The questions that are in here. If you're wondering if he's texting another broad, yes.
Right.
If you're wondering if he's at her house, yes. This is what you need to ask yourself. Why doesn't he want to be around you? Because you got some sisters here, especially in this truth. They don't have those problems. They get enough for their Lord, or they priest, they man. You gotta ask yourself, what is it about you where he don't want to be around you? You ever get to answer that question? Like me personally, I'm at the house where peace is at. Some of us are still looking for it, though. Some of us are still looking. We're like, have we found it? Have you found it? Some of us have kangaroo counselors. Like, damn, did you find it yet? Ah, sir, damn. It's like, sir, did you find it? Ah, please. God damn. It's out here somewhere. You good, boy. Since you gotta be that sister.
Right.
Don't be that sister that I gotta argue with. You can't be my enemy. We already at war with the earth. I can't go home and be at war with you.
Right.
God damn. I'm supposed to see you and know I gotta rest from this wicked place. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands. Man, if that brother asked you to make him a sandwich, make him a goddamn sandwich. Get up and cook. Get up and do something. You don't understand. And we are simple. I don't really understand, Barzo. I'm gonna put you sisters on to something real quick. I probably shouldn't be doing this too, Barzo. I can stop me at any point. We are simple brothers. I'm gonna use myself as an example. It's me. It's me. If any of y'all that want to call Captain Tom Ward, ask me about it. This is what you need to understand. Guess what? You put the game on. Oh, you put that Madden on. You make me a BLT or you fry some chicken with some fries. You make me a nice vegan meal. Just cook. Cook and put the game on. Give me some good liquor. You know what I mean? Some Uncle Nearest. Or some El Mayor tequila. Guess what? I'll be there. Be right there in that bed playing the game, baby, all day. What she say? No, she did. I gotta come up there. I come up there today. I come up there, John. Shut all that shit down. She go up to work the next day. I'll be sitting in her boss chair. And we gonna get this shit straightened out today. And tie fire in that tail every night. It's that simple. It's that simple. All you gotta do, some brothers, come on, Lord. All you gotta do is shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. See, boys all coming from a long day. You know what I mean? Make them something to eat.
Right.
The TV on. Buy them a PlayStation. Buy boys all a PlayStation. Fix them something to eat. Get them a new Glock. I guarantee you, not only will you be pregnant. some of y'all just in the world get pregnant by his look. You'll be pregnant, happy, floating on air. It's that easy. We are simple creatures. What do you do? What are you? Don't do that. And for you brothers, understand something. She's not a soldier. She's not a soldier. She's not. It says, wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord. Sis, you got to submit to that man like he's God. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church. Is subject unto Christ, let the wives be to their own husbands in everything. You got to be to your husband. You married that man, you like that, you got to submit to him. And brother, husbands, love your wives, even as Christ loved the church and gave himself for it. Brother, you got to give up your life and your rib. You're supposed to do that, man. Understand something. She ain't a soldier. She's the weaker vessel. You ain't got to be an admiral in Esau's military to your wife. You ain't got to be that. You ain't got to berate her and treat her like garbage. No. It ain't that. Love her, man. Understand. She's the weaker vessel. You understand? That's the thing. You got to treat her like, you know what I mean? Like a brother. She ain't a brother. You got to be real careful, man. Some of y'all rough. Some of y'all coming to crib. Attention. Like you are admiral, a rear admiral, or a commodore. No. It's a balance.
Right.
It's a balance. And the best way to come in and get it is by coming into the UPK and commanding your heart. Sis, you got to submit to that brother. Brother, you got to be willing to give your life to that sister. That's what you got to do. And old happy wife, happy life garbage, that's nonsense, according to God. Sis, you got to submit to that brother. And brother, you got to be willing to give your life and raise up these sisters, man. Listen, man, sisters stop being whores when we stop liking whores. Trust me, they'll get the message. They follow us anyway in everything that they do. That's what's important.
Right. We
got to break that illusion that the oppressor has on our women. That's why they hate to see us with our women, our babies, man. If we raise it up Black, Latino, and First Nation households, then the iron should be carried commanded to the heart. I can get going to that scripture. Give me 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 9. That's what we got to realize, man. We got to realize that this is the home of the truth. That sis, the best way, and brother, the best way to change your life is by doing what God says. Right now, you're walking dead. You're walking dead in Esau's world. You can come to life by coming into this truth. It's that simple. I'm going to show it to you. Here's what you got.
Book of 1 Peter, chapter 2, verse 9.
Go ahead.
But ye are a chosen generation of a royal priesthood.
Are a chosen generation. We are a chosen generation, Black man, Latino man, First Nation man and woman. We're a chosen generation. We're the ones that the Lord chose. We're the ones that were called to come into this truth and to change our lives. Keep going.
And a holy nation.
And a holy nation, meaning this, a separate nation. Separate Black man, Latino man, First Nation man and woman. That's what it means to be holy. That's what it means to be separate. Read.
A peculiar people.
A peculiar people. A special people. A special people unto the Lord thy God. Keep going.
That ye should shew forth in praise of him who hath called you out of darkness into His marvelous light.
We've been called out of the darkness of this world and into his marvelous light. We've been called out of the wickedness of this world in America and called into his marvelous light, which is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under command of General Yohanan. With that being said, man, I'm the preaching officer of 5,000 and die. I want to say thank you to every brother and sister that's tuning in, man. Make sure you pay your Passover fee. We're going to be in April 20th, Durham, North Carolina for the Lord's Passover, man. We bigger than up, man. Commander General Yohanan doing it bigger than ever, man. Big child, the Command 13 Shield General, Commander General Yohanan taking care of the nation. You know what I mean? Raising our brothers and sisters up in this truth. Big up to these generals, captains, and officers, man, doing the thing. And with that being said, man, you gotta understand, our God is calling us to come out of this world. Our God, Yahweh, wants us to come out of America and to come back into this truth. Our King, Yahweh Shah Mashiach, gave up his life so we can come back to life. And guess what, man? The Isupk under Commander General Yohanan, we were all black Latinos, Native Americans come back into this truth. Don't disappoint our God. Our God, Yahweh, man, loves our people. Loved us so much that he gave us our King. So we can come back to him. Don't disappoint our God. Change your life. With that being said, I'm going to pass the class off to preaching officer Barbara.
Isupk started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohanan. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted on. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother and sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to the brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes is the commandment you can read about in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. Also the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 to 10. My Ma'ashra means 10% in Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you get to the treasury department, priest fund, free will offering for the priest, not mandatory. Whatever amount you would like to give, up and coming holy convocation will be the Passover. Again, you want to make sure you tap in with your camp leaders to make sure your reservations are still there. You still got enough time to get yourself prepared. You just want to be mindful that we are on a time schedule. Again, make sure you talk to your camp leaders, settle your arrangements with them if you do not have already. But my Aki and the Aqua wants to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start to wear all black. Boots, shirt, pants, headband, or a scarf. And with that, like Majin, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to give brothers a courteous salute. Men of Israel, I'm Shabbat. I'm Majin. Barak. Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh, Shah, Barakatham. Yahweh, which means hands down. Sar, which means turn to face the sisters. Yahweh, Shabbat will be at your feet at a 45-degree angle. The right hand clasp over your left. And when we say Barak, with an open hand, smack your chest to the brothers and say the salute as well. Sisters, Imajin, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to give the sisters a courteous salute. Men of Israel, Shabbat, Imajin, Barak, Yahweh Shamar, Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Shabbat, class dismissed.